Hello everyone and welcome back to Terra Invicta. I am really enjoying this game. Really a surprise hit for me for this year. Very, very fun. Really my sort of game. So quick recap of last time. We managed to really hurt the servants. They launched an invasion of mainland America from China and India that we completely destroyed. Then we also managed to take Germany back, which they had stolen from us several years earlier. And we also then started targeting their fleets in orbit, and we have taken both of their Earth star bases and taken out the one fleet that they had with no losses on our part. So as for our goals for today, we're going to continue on the main mission, get exotic materials researched, and then interrogate this alien that we've captured. I want to continue to expand our control of Europe via the EU. Probably really going to focus on some of the Protectorate's holdings here. Protectorate hold the Czech Republic. They also hold Norway, so we can pick those off. Protectorate also have some space stations and space fleets we may need to investigate. They're not quite as aggressively pro-aliens as the servants are, but their endgame goal is to build up star bases to stop anyone else being able to fight the aliens. That's pretty much a declaration of war on us. I'm also going to continue to try and weaken the servants. Their last two major bases are China and India, very, very big bases, but I think we can begin chipping away at those. It's also worth noting the Protectorate's main base is Russia, so maybe worth investigating taking that out as well. Anyway, those are our goals, so let's get into it.
Target eliminated.
Alright, just kick things off with shooting another one of the servants. Okay, Protectorate controlled Australia is declaring war on Colombia. Okay, I'm going to give Xi Kui, the American mafia, gives me nice chunk of money, some influence. Seems like a good general one to pick up. And just realised that the EU is giving me more total stuff than the US is at this point, so I'm going to shift over my advisor to help the EU. Okay, so before I could take the Czech Republic, Project Exodus have actually just taken it from the Protectorate. Okay, the Academy's finished space medicine, they're now moving on to advanced carbon manipulation. Yeah, I'm just going to experiment because I would like to hit one of the Martian colonies. Yeah, this one, Promethei Terrae, has a lot of water, does not seem to be heavily defended, but I think to assault it I need to get a councillor into orbit, so I'm going to investigate how I can do that. Okay, we've got transnational investments research done. Okay, I'm going to go for a common concern. Makes the elites demand less spoils. We don't have very high spoils priority by default, so this will reduce chances of coups and increases our control point cap by a little bit. Fairly hefty project, but I think that's going to be worth it. Should just realise we're already researching one of the sociology projects, so I'm just going to change that off to make the most of the bonuses we've got. And I'm going to go for Marine Company Barracks, since I'm planning on doing some invasions of hab things soon. Okay, to send Rarachi over to a different planet, we have to physically put him on one of our ships and send him over. That makes absolute sense, but it is a bit awkward. I don't want him to be gone from Earth for that long, so I am going to keep him here for now. Okay, but the Academy has finished advanced carbon manipulation. They're now working on space commerce. Okay, one of our stations has taken a orbital debris strike. We do have the option to improvise armor because we've got a materials science lab here. So yeah, that reduces the damage. We lost one material station. Oh, that's it, just the one material station. That's a new one. Alien forces are attacking civilians in Mongolia. Mongolia is Protectorate controlled. The Protectorate managed to piss off the aliens? I guess they must have because the servants are at war with them. Well, they were. Yeah, the servants are at war with them. Weird. Our probe to Mercury has arrived. Okay, just been browsing and noticed there's a world with quite a lot of water. I'm going to send a settlement out there. 654 Zelinda. I'm going to send one base to Mercury. This Adventure Rupees one requires a lot of boost because we need to send extra protection out there because it's Mercury. But might be kind of interesting. Kind of from the point of view that we get huge power outputs here. So it's expensive to build here, but the amount of power we can get from solar arrays means we can put all sorts of fancy modules on this going forward. Oh shit. The aliens have just launched a fleet towards Red Planet Guard. They're going to be there in a few months. Don't know if that's even going to build its ship in time. Shit. They kind of abandoned Mars's defences. Might be able to get power sorted there in time. I don't know. Yeah, if these two power relays come online, then that should be okay. I'll have a meager defense. They're probably still going to blow this bloody station up. Interestingly though, there are aliens in orbit around Earth. They've not buggered off yet. Okay, Protectorate has conquered Yemen. We've got Marine Company Barracks research unlocked. And continue upgrading our ships for now. Get Advanced Light Rail Cannon. Okay, nice. For 10 grand, which is affordable, and 50 influence, which is very affordable, I can build America a new navy, just topping it up to get it over the cap there. For a little bit more, I can boost up Europe's tech. Okay, Protectorate Russia has declared war on Mongolia. Yeah, you're gonna get the EU to declare war on Norway. Oh, that escalated. Now we're with Norway, Russia, Australia, and South Korea. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I sent a lot of divisions there. So I guess the war kicked off. Europe and America is now at war with Russia. South Korea, unfortunately, is quite advanced, so I don't really want to just invade them. Keep an eye out for what they do, though. Okay, alien fleet has entered low Mars orbit, but they're currently not on course for my station. Still 37 days till my Mars fleet is launched, so I'll just have to keep an eye on things. Okay, well, with space starting to heat up a bit, I'm going to dispatch my fleet to engage the Protectorate's fleets. Going to start with their weaker of their two fleets. Cheers, Papa 2. Alright, I get this slider now. Yeah, so I don't need to arrive in a few hours. I can save a lot of fuel by... Yeah, so I'm just going to take a nice gentle burn there. Doesn't use up much fuel. Yeah, so barely uses any fuel. Still gets there in 2 days. Okay, very weak enemy fleet. Okay, both fleets are willing to fight. Station is unarmed, so we just have to deal with the actual ships. They are already launching their missiles. Okay, but our bow guns are opening fire. Yeah, their point defense guns are really going, but we do have a lot of railguns on them. There goes one, direct hit of the railgun. All of their missiles are going for this ship here. The Ismaili. So I'm just doing a full burn away, trying to bring in some other ships to protect it. I need to disabling my missile bays. No point emptying them on this lot. Their defense cannons are holding, but nope. Railgun batteries got them before the missiles did. Alright, going purely defensive here. Ah! That was enough to do it. Their missiles must have run out of energy. Nice, opening victory. No losses, no damage. Okay, I got 93% chance to assault the hub, so let's go in. Here we go. Captured. Got quite badly beaten in the attack, but that's fine. We can repair it. Alright, and then we can return fleet to rearm. Okay, armies are arriving in Oslo, beginning the occupation there. Resupply my fleet. That's a bit awkward. I'm about to lose Thailand. Myanmar has just become owned by the servants, and their Chinese armies are going to march through it. In that case, I'm immediately pulling my American armies back and see if I can reach Thailand in time. Okay, nice. Got the opportunity to do low Earth orbit cleanup again. I'm going to do an extensive cleanup here. Gives big boost to us around the world and makes low Earth orbit have less debris, which is quite handy, especially since I think we're creating debris doing all of these combat missions. Another alien fleet has just entered Earth orbit. I'm wondering if this is one of their weaker fleets. This might be trying to land something on Earth. I think it's going to be worth trying to intercept this. Victor 64. Enemy fleets maneuvering to avoid combat. I'll spend a single KPS. No, they're evading. I really can't catch their fleets, is still the problem there. Yep. It was one of those dropping off another alien counselor. I need to do something about getting a ship that can intercept theirs. The problem is they're arriving with like hundreds of Delta V. I just don't have anything that can keep up that kind of expenditure. Okay, and unfortunately their fleet is engaging Red Planet Guard. I can't do anything but accept. Red Planet Guard does have point defenses, but I don't think it's going to be enough. This is the first time I've seen the aliens deploy missiles. We are definitely going to need to improve our point defense tech. Because these are going to hurt, aren't they? Take out some of their missiles, but their missiles are just getting closer. Oh, but we do have lasers as well. Laser point defenses are definitely doing their job, but I don't think laser point defenses can destroy these weird alien weapons. Or maybe they can. Don't think they're going to do enough though. There we go. Okay, so a single point defense array is not enough to hold the aliens off. I'll just have to see what they do to that station. Russia's tank armies have turned around. I'm guessing they're heading towards where my armies are. So we're going to have a bit of a dust-off. Same military tech level, but I do outnumber them 6 to 1. 6 to 4 even. Just in case they're going to push north, I'm going to pull the remaining Norwegian army back. They can shelter in Norway with the Institute-controlled American army. Okay, Chinese armies are going to arrive a few days ahead of when my armies arrive in Taiwan. It's going to be a close one, we're just going to have to see. Okay, so because we've not really crossed the border into Russia, it's said that we're essentially having a border war right now, which, yeah, I guess that's true. I've got various options. May it come to an end soon. Mostly there's going to be very limited damage on both sides. I can scramble aviation assets, which will guarantee that I cause a limited damage to St. Petersburg, or I can spend 10 points get a 2/3 chance to succeed in sending our operatives over the border. It causes a lot of damage to the Russians. 1/3 chance that my agents get captured, and it causes limited damage. So I'm going to go for that one. Take our roll. Okay, our operatives have been captured, but we still cause damage to the population and economy of St. Petersburg. Here we've got sanctioned investigations, gives us a nice boost to crackdown missions. I'm going to do executive privilege, which protects us against crackdown missions. Yep, Chinese forces have arrived, mine is still 4 days away. Hopefully the Taiwanese divisions can hold out 4 days. Yeah, our divisions are turning up now. Chinese armies are going to find themselves in a bad way really quite quickly. Interestingly, the aliens seem to have backed away from Red Planet Guard Station, so maybe I'm good. Managed to get an Ismaili ship in orbit of Red Planet Guard, so that's something to defend it if the aliens do come back. Yeah, the alien ships actually withdrawn completely. It just came, shot at my ships, damaged them a bit, and buggered off. Okay, so I've got this Carrier Mark III class. I've just put on a couple of point defense lasers onto it. I'm going to save up and build one of these in Mars orbit. Same with the Yellow Turban classes. I can't upgrade the similar ships, so I've changed weapon styles around. It doesn't let you refit weapon styles. Guerrilla class also has a little upgrade. The Academy stole my Griffin autopsy research. Okay, and to get the Russians back, to get my agents back from the Russians, I'm just going to bribe them. 2k, very little bribe to get agents back. Okay, Protectorate's declared war on Jordan, but China's going to lose 2 armies here. There goes 1 Chinese battle group, and another. Interestingly, the initiative have taken back Myanmar, so we no longer have a border with China. So that's fine, that just means that the Chinese just lost 2 army groups for no benefit, and board's pretty much been reset, which means I can pull my groups back out, refocus on the invasion. Advanced light railgun is complete. I'm going to go for PSYOPs next. Gain bonus to unrest missions, and unrest decreases in nations that we conquer. In nicely, the Initiative's American army is going to be landing in Kharkiv, so I'm going to wait for it to join me and then push up. It's going to be 7 European divisions, plus their divisions. It's going to be quite a bit. New point array and Red Planet Guard is online. The American armies come ashore, so pulling all of my armies to Moscow. Okay, my American armies have come ashore, mostly healed. They should be good. I'm just going to leave them for a bit just to tick refresh, and then I'll go push in to take Oslo. Don't want to take any unnecessary casualties in all of this.
Tracking failed.
Okay, here we go. We're engaging enemy forces in Moscow. On paper, armies are evenly matched on tech. I do have the advantage in numbers. Yeah, the American divisions in Norway seem good enough. They're at 90%. And push them in to take... in Sweden, taking Norway. Hey, our first outpost has arrived on Mercury. I'm actually going to upgrade this mostly because of what the solar collectors get as their bonus energy, being so close to the sun. Yay! 1 Russian army destroyed. Russia launched a nuclear attack on its own forces. In Moscow, Russia nuked Moscow. Not seeing much of an immediate effect. I don't know if they're just not hit yet. All of my armies in Moscow were destroyed. All 7 armies. Okay, that is why you don't concentrate armies in this game. Good to know. Well, screw the Russians. They're gonna nuke our armies, I'm gonna nuke them back. They nuked us, we nuked them. Fuck them. Moscow's been bloody obliterated. Yeah, got 2 armies instantly respawned. Moscow's nuking Oslo. Shit. Those are all my American divisions
Things
lost.
are cooling off.
Okay, Lidzangu is got work-related stress.
The
And
LZ is
have
secure.
a shift in his personality. Okay, so he's become transparent, so we know exactly his loyalty. Fortunately, it means everyone else does as well, so he's a prime target for turning. We have 10 grand, I can buy a new European Union army. Okay, Hacker has stolen one of our payloads, but really doesn't make much of an impact. Russia nuked Oslo again. Okay, honestly, this war with Russia is just going nowhere. I'm just losing troops which I need for my war on China. So I think I'm going to back out of that war, if I can. Okay, I am flipping over fully, trying to grab India. Got it, so I can almost guarantee a coup d'etat. Okay, space commerce has been completed by the Protectorate. They're now doing extended space survival. Arrested one of the servants, and our coup in India is successful. We've taken control of 3 of the points. We'll grab the other 2 after this. Okay, I forgot America is leading that war, so Europe can't back out on its... well, it can back out, but it'll back out on its own. So we've got a bunch of Indian armies under our control now. It's getting close to me occupying Oslo, so I don't know if I should... I'm going to cancel it for now. See if the Russians nuke Oslo once more. Argentina's at war with it. Uruguay. We have complete control of India now. There we go. We have taken control of Oslo, or what's left of it. That is the end of a long and very bloody war. There we go. I've declared peace with Russia. I don't want to keep on this conflict. Well, it may have been a bit of a Pyrrhic victory for our forces in Europe. We lost a lot. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of a decisive victory. We're going to take on the remaining Protectorate space station in low Earth orbit. This one's guarded by a fair-sized fleet though. It's guarded by Papa 3. Already passing close by, so it should be a short hop over. Okay, so here we are. Our fleet engaging Papa 3. On paper, we vastly outgun them. We'll just have to see how this goes in practice. Right, so most of my fleet are prioritizing the Laurentia, but I've split the priority of some of the others over some of these, so all the missiles shouldn't just go on the Laurentia. Yeah, once again, immediately off the bat, they are firing torpedoes. It looks like those torpedoes are heading in on this ship. This is one of my Ismaili classes. I'll immediately get this to start doing evasive maneuvers. Siklet's going to try and bring itself around behind some friendly ships. Missile bays are beginning to deploy as well. Rail cannons are firing. Oh shit. The torpedoes are being launched in defensive mode. God damn it. Oh, that's going to cost me. That is so many missiles wasted. That's one of the enemy's ships destroyed. Railguns are doing their work against these guys. Trying to hit them now, we're getting within knife fight distance. There goes another one. Oh shit. I think they're hitting with nuclear torpedoes. That's what the large blasts are. Shit, just lost another one. Their ships are getting pounded by our railguns. Okay, so the nuclear torpedoes are pretty good against fleet actions against other mixed fleets. Right, so their one remaining ship went through the centre of our fleet's coming back around. Here we go. The Kanji is in weapons range. The ships are also returning fire on ours, but that's not going to do them any good. A couple last evasive manoeuvres just to move us out the way of the remaining shells. Okay, so we lost 5 ships. They lost 8. So okay, we came off better there. Fortunately, I think we lost one of our Sicarii class battleships. Has severely depleted our fleet strength, but we do need to rearm. It'll probably go right up once we rearm. Oh, 96% chance to assault the hub. There we go, captured their starbase. As ever, costly engagement, but we can rebuild. There we go, that's knocked them out of low Earth orbit. They do have other stations, notably the station that I spotted they built earlier, the one at the Earth-Moon L3 point. This has rather a large navy, or it's a collection of smaller ships, but still. So definitely more we need to be pushing on with. Failed in our war against Russia, really. Took so many losses just for capturing Norway, wasn't really worth it. But we do now have control of India, which is very nice. I think on the Earth game, we need to build up our strength a little bit more. We're in a really good position now with the US, the EU and India all under our control. But we've still got some threats. China is still a really big base for the servants. At some point we need to deal with this. Russia is still a base for the Protectorate, and that's still providing a lot of their boost. But otherwise, going pretty well. We do still have our fleet intact. We have our Mars Navy building up a little bit so that we can get some strength in case the aliens come knocking again. So yeah, interesting to see what the next episode brings, and I hope you are. If you are, please do like, comment, subscribe, all really does help the channel, and I hope I catch you in the next video. Until then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers!